It's not coming back up yet. We'll wait and
It
see.
says live on my screen.
Me too.
It says live. Somebody call the newspaper.
I'm texting him.
It says live
You're
on
a
my
newspaper lady. Live.
I'm texting him.
Newspaper lady.
Well, the delay.
That was a big delay.
He said it's on.
Okay. All right. Let's let everybody know that we was in closed session and no decision was made.
He
And
said it's on.
okay. Everybody know that we was in. Let me get rid of that. We don't need that on here. Okay.
Mr. Smith did tell me there is a second broadcast window open. Maybe that's why we're hearing the echo, but I have no idea what that means. But
I
maybe
think the echo is gone now, I believe. So, I mean, nobody's playing it in here. I had it on the screen here and I had to take it off. So,
okay.
all right. So, no actions were taken in closed session. So, we did have a motion that came out of that. So, all right, let's move into transfers. Let me get my screen back up here for you guys.
Judge, while I'm looking at the transfer, something hit me. I got a phone call from a constituent today wanting to know how and where they would be able to donate to the animal shelter. So that seeing that on there just made me think of that. So before or after, at some point, if there's anyone listening or care, what they just drop things off, food, collars.
Yeah, they can just drop it off at the call before they go at the animal shelter, or they can drop it off here at the courthouse if they call and let somebody know beforehand.
Okay.
With it being locked, it's kind of hard for that to get done. And we're working on researching because we're getting conflicting answers. You know, if someone was to donate toward the animal shelter, we've always been led to believe that it just goes in the general fund. And so, but we found out one person that says, no, we can actually put that into a fund for the animal. So it's typical government. One person says you can, the other person says you can't. So we're still researching, trying to find out what we can actually do there. So.
Gotcha.
What was the overtime about, Judge? The $500 overtime.
And maybe their line item went over. It's in the bills there, Darren.
Okay.
That's the only time she would transfer out of those reserves into that if she needs sufficient funds in there. And you can always go back and look into the treasurer's report, and that kind of tells you where. And actually, I can bring that up now if you really wanted me to look back in there.
Oh, you don't have to. I can look at it. Motion pay the transfer.
And a motion.
Second.
Second for Mike Welly. Greg, motion. Master Welly, second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Ah,
Aye.
Aye. And me too.
Me too. Motion passed. Okay, we're going to the claims.
Judge, what lights do we have to have Mr. Gosney fix?
It was the pedestal lights out here in the courtyard, the veterans courtyard of the courthouse. We had two that we had some, I guess people didn't like seeing them standing there, so they kicked them and broke the base on them. And then at that point, you know, we converted them over to LED lighting. So I think it was probably 4 out there that needed converted at that point. So we had bases to replace.
Do we have a camera overlooking that area?
No, we don't have any cameras here.
Might not be a bad thing to look into if it happens.
Now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Good question, Magistrate Plummer.
you'll want facial recognition next.
What is a electrostatic sprayer?
for the?
That is it's a disinfecting gun. We bought 2 of those. That's the second one we bought. We were turning those in on the CARES Act funding reimbursement.
That's a good thing. I don't think that we need something like that for $800 when Lysol seems to probably do the job.
It does a good job. We can take it in the office, and the drying time on it is, I think it's 7 minutes after it's sprayed, the way it does it. So
That's the same things they use in the hospital.
yeah, the ambulance districts utilize the one quite often because they're transporting a lot. And then we've had to use it in dispatch several times now. And we've used it in the courthouse here, judicial center. The clerk hasn't reached out yet, so I'm not sure if she wanted it in her office rooms. There will be, you'll see another one on there, replace defective cameras. That's in our LGEA fund for $1,200. Those also will be turned in on the CARES Act funding. Anything that we, as far as emergency, we can put as a reimbursement from the CARES Act.
My next question. Looks like we bought 5 long sleeve shirts from Animal Control for $1,085. Is there something special about those shirts?
Just shirts.
5 shirts for $1,000?
That can't be right. It has to be just something more on there. Hang on a minute.
They're bulletproof, Josh.
Bite proof.
Bite proof.
That's what I'm saying. I figure there's got to be some kind of mistake because we didn't buy 5 shirts for $1,000.
No, that has to be something wrong there. I'm not sure. Yeah, look, Mary Ann's going to look that up real quick for us. So
Okay.
you got to do a few minutes while you look over everything else. That is incorrect. I can see 185 maybe, but
Where do we get them? Where do we get these, all these clothing for jailers and dog animal control? And where do we get that stuff?
Locally.
as far as Jake Peoples Trophies and Awards, that's where dispatch, we got code enforcement there, animal controls there. Now, Tony, he gets his from Wales, I think is the name of that company he orders from. And sheriff's office, I'm not sure what they do. So.
Okay. I'm just thinking of Randy's and Houchins. And the good deal.
I think, I don't know if Randy's has the capability, but Houchins may have the ability to embroider. Thank you, Kim.
But I'm glad Peoples has got his.
Yeah, animal control. It was in, it's in the general fund.
$140.
I'm not sure what that one is. That line item should be $140, gentlemen.
It's not the total at the bottom of the page. Is it?
1,085 should be 140.
No, it says one.
Do we need to pay that bill or do we withhold that?
Well,
then?
I mean,
Is that being on there? We
just check
approved
the
that.
numbers here. Give me a second, please. 926. Yeah, 926. Yeah, 926. That's purchase order number.
1926.
Yeah, that line item should be $140. So whoever approves that, yeah, see right here the ticket. The old one. You can see it.
Mention it.
Yeah. But just be able to make sure you make that motion with that change in the bills of $140.
Is it 140 even, Judge?
140 even.
Okay.
And I did the few, so this here.
That's just, it would just put in there wrong.
Do we need to? We don't need to break the math down and make that in the motion, do we? Like
No, just make sure you.
73.59 minus the 140. Okay.
just making you approve paying the bills with the corrections of the one line item of animal food and supplies for shirts at 140.
What, for Hilltop, what set of bills did we approve where we overpaid the gravel, or was this a cumulative where it looks like they owed us?
That was some that we had paid for in advance, and it should have been, they were donating the gravel. I think that was part of that. What was the credit on Hilltop? Oh, they sent a payment. It was actually the schools, but they sent us a bill, so we both paid it. So and we figured it out. It was their gravel instead of ours. So that's where they're refunding that money.
Those signs that we bought for the road department, those are not the ones that we could have made in-house, right? I'm just
No.
checking.
Anything like stop signs or weight limit signs or anything like that, we have to send out for. So.
Counselor Judge, how many inmates did we have in Campbell County that cost us 20 grand?
And just divide it into the days, usually what I do.
Yeah, 612. Yeah.
Well, what I will tell you is inmates are generally down. They did have their very first COVID confirmed case in Campbell County the week before Thanksgiving, and we did release several people because of that.
Yeah.
To try to prevent it from spreading through the jail.
Was that from our county or was it from Campbell?
I'm sorry, Darren, what'd you say?
The COVID case, was it from Pendleton County prisoners or Campbell County, or are you allowed to elaborate on that?
The confirmed case was not a Pendleton County prisoner, but there were, so they keep them in cells, and he was in a cell with several other people, and there were 2 Pendleton County people in that cell. They were released immediately at the request of the jail because they were trying to keep it from spreading. One of those persons immediately was arrested the next day. So.
No joke.
Stacy, that Bourbon
Can't
County
even get a
prisoner,
freebie. It's not screw up.
What,
That
Rick? I'm sorry.
that Bourbon County prisoner, is there any, I guess, light at the end of the tunnel about getting that squared away to where we can stop paying that?
I don't think so. He's a person that he's in the Bourbon County jail because he's serving time on a Harrison County case, but he hasn't been. We've been looking for him for a very, very long time, and the judge would not release the holder because he was afraid if he did, we'll never see him again.
Well, how long is he under our care? Is he under? We're getting billed for him. Is he serving time for us or Harrison County?
I don't think that he's serving time for us. I'll look at if you'll text me his name, I'll check on that. But
well, it don't give me his name, but it's got a bill on here from Bourbon County Jail.
Because I'll tell you why. Oh, I remember this one. I remember it now. So what happened was, he was arrested in Harrison County. All right. And the Harrison County uses the Bourbon County jail. So he was charged in Harrison County. So they took him to Bourbon County. Those charges got resolved and he had charges in Pendleton County, but the Campbell County jail wouldn't take him because of the COVID, they won't take anyone who's been in another jail.
I got you. So is he
and it was a person, no, it wasn't anyone that we could. It was someone with a really bad history of not showing up to court and not.
Does he have potential to be on the state time, or is he going to be on our time?
That's a misdemeanor case.
So he's going to serve out on county time.
Yes.
Okay.
At least until this COVID's over, where they can move prisoners anyway.
Is there just one up there? Because for some reason, I'm seeing.
There may be several, and that's part of the issue is that, like I said, when they get arrested, we have them in Kenton County, we have them in Campbell, we have them in Bourbon. When they get arrested in other counties now, they're not being transferred to Campbell like they used to be because Campbell won't take them.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but that's also putting a strain on our jailer too, about having to go to each court docket and going to each court or jail to pick up each one of them and bring them back to court that day.
I agree. And unfortunately, these people none of them are people who are, have a traffic ticket and just forgot their court date, or it's their first time offenders, or people who are, just people who you could OR out and be sure they were going to, be in court next time. They're all the ones that I've seen so far have been the ones that are problems, unfortunately.
Looks like we got 3.
No, wait a minute.
Seems like it's been pretty consistent with that $1,400 a month.
And again, just to
Yeah,
remind you,
on the one that is the one that you're talking about, Rick. Yeah, that's just one prisoner. The other one was on the other. I think it was just 2. That was for 3 or 2, but they were in and out. So.
And again, just to remind you, probably at least half of the people in the jail, I don't even know anything about them because they're circuit court cases, and I only deal with the district court end of it, and I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Have we got just when we get, I guess it'll be next month or January, we get our quarterly report
On
the budget on how much is been used out of there, each line item.
you can look on the treasury report. Got you right there. It'll give it
on every line item up to date.
Yeah.
Or just what they're asking, or what's that on that transfer. I'm sorry, on that. I'll look at it.
On what we got to do, you can look in that treasury report I just put on here. It's on Dropbox, and you can go back into the jail.
I can't get on the Dropbox. I don't have it on my phone. I'm kind of at a disadvantage. I should have got on my computer to get on to do the meeting, then I could have watched it.
I mean, you can go on and from the meeting and look.
Yeah,
at
I will.
Yeah. So, any other questions on the bills?
No.
Judge, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the bills.
Yeah.
Here,
You
we
need to put that.
We need to make, Darren, you need to make.
I'm
a
sorry.
motion with the adjustment for voucher number.
I tell you what,
98.
Josh, why don't you go ahead and do that, Josh? If that's all right, Judge.
That's fine.
Okay. Motion to pay the bills with an adjustment of voucher number 980 from 1,085 to 140 to People's Trophies.
Yeah.
I'll second that for you, Josh.
I got a motion and a second. You got all that down. Motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any opposed? Nope. Okay. Nothing there. Okay. Don't have anything else on there. Just wanted to kind of bring y'all up. We are going to have our last meeting to pay bills on 12/17. That's going to be on a Thursday. And that's due to treasurer being out that next following week. So we need to make arrangements for that if we could. That'll be a special call, and that would be at 6 o'clock. Or if y'all wanted it earlier, we can do it earlier. Since it's going to be a special call, it's going to be limited in what we do.
Yeah, Thursday I don't know. I got a 50-50 chance I might be able to attend. I'll be at work until 8. We may be dead, and I might be able to zoom in from the office.
But I'll get with you. I just need to get something early in advance so we can get it over to the Outlook. Maybe they can put it in next week's Outlook and let them know that we're going to change the meeting. And we won't have one on the 22nd unless we have one for a special call or something without bills.
Okay.
So
What's our
Give me a call and let me know.
okay.
what's our timeline for the ABC ordinance with that? We got to have something. We have to have first reading inside this month.
It should have, yeah. We got a little bit of time. We can call a special court once we get something put together. The council, we've been discussing one that we've been kind of working on. We're going to actually have a special call tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon. Outlook's been notified on that to go over this one ordinance. I think most everybody likes it. We're just going
Is
to.
it the one that you sent me?
Yes.
I'm fine with that. I mean,
I think it originated out of Grant County. I think is where it kind of come from. Where we're just kind of switching a lot of it up.
and I'll have some answers too for some of the questions that were brought up last week. So
Yeah.
Tomorrow. That's tomorrow, right?
Yes. My biggest thing is that just to kind of for everybody to be thinking about it. I mean, how do we word it in there? Where are we going to put the funds? Where are they going to go into? Are they going to go into the clerk's office? Are they going to have come up here? That's the key thing. I just don't know.
Judge, do we have to put the license and the regulatory fee in the same account? Can we just
I think that's what the judge is saying we need to talk about tomorrow.
I don't know what the guidelines are on that yet, and I've been able to.
I know the regular or the license can go right into the general fund. I mean, I'm not sure about the regulatory fee.
Yeah, so
I think
I just want to make sure it's done right when we go. So I'm sure you all do too. So. But in between tomorrow, maybe I can get another answer from somebody else that kind of gives some guidelines on it. Okay, special meeting with them with that.
And that meeting tomorrow is going to be in person, right?
Yes, it will be in person here at the courthouse, and we're going to have to just really spread out as best as we can. And mask if you want to. All right, I don't have anything else. Does anybody else have anything they need to? Let's start with Rick.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you about the bridges. Have you heard any more?
I did get something back from the Division of Water. They want some more information, so I just did get it today. So I got with Eddie. I made a call with him. We're gonna have to. They want some kind of a drawing of it, the way the bridge looks now on the creek bed compared to what the new bridge is gonna look like. So we got to.
What about the survey on the Milford Bridge?
Well, I called the gentleman, and he was supposed to call me this week, so I'm looking for him to maybe call me tomorrow. He get something set up, but he said it's all doable for him.
And did you get a hold of Hometown about the blocks for the?
Yes, they get a hold of him. They do have the block there. Our issue is going to be now is nobody has these hoops in stock.
Nobody has what? I'm sorry.
The hips?
The hoop part.
Really?
One before I set those blocks because we're going to have to. They make the 6 foot and 3 foot blocks. So to make these work, we're going to have to scoot the blocks in 6 inches from the edge all the way around.
Okay.
And that's going to reduce our overall size to be, it would be 49 by 79 or 69. I'm sorry. So I just wanted to, when I went back to check with the hoop people, I mean, they say they can make that work. They might have to push out on it or something. So,
hey, Dave or Judge, can we go ahead if we get them blocks set up? Can we go ahead and get that salt brought in here so we don't get back charged for that, and we'll just cover it up with tarps?
Yeah, we got room. We can put it up in that other one if we need be. Salt company's not mentioned anything to us yet on it.
They probably not going to. They're probably just going to send us a bill.
Yeah, we'll see what to say. But yeah, that's the plan. We're going to go ahead and get the blocks now because we need to fence it because it's going to take some time getting those things set up.
What was the price on them over there?
25 on both sides. The 6 foot and the 3 foot.
That's not bad. Though.
I'm on the 3 for ones. I said, I'll be getting 2 for 1 since you charged me same for this. But I couldn't get them to go for it, so.
Is that? I guess we got to pick them up for that.
Yeah, we had to pick up and pay the hauling and all that, and I've worked that out with Miles. Where's that is? So. Just getting it scheduled where it's not totally wet out there and be able to work around a little bit. So. Anything else, Rick?
No, that's all I have.
Darren?
I got a couple things bearing on my mind that you don't really have to elaborate on it. Just let you know that I'm thinking about it, and that is the Rumpke expansion and the airport. Got an email the other day from Dan Bell, which it's for another date, but the money I think that they're wanting the county to throw in there to blacktop it. I mean, I'm in support of blacktop at the airport. I don't think it's ever been blacktop since it was built. And the new lights and all that they're going to get grant money for. But, just to let you in the court know that these things are on my mind right now. And if anything comes up, let me know as soon as possible.
Okay. All right, Josh.
I think Rick pretty much covered about half my questions. The other half was, so with this news coming out that Pendleton County is going to get $510,000 for, or Cincinnati Bell is going to get $510,000 for Cincinnati Bell to use to expand internet. I contacted some of the folks that I have inside Cincinnati Bell, and everything seemed to be on track. Do you have any information on any updates for areas or changes, alterations? That's the only thing that we haven't talked about that I just wanted to pick your brain about while I got you.
No, he hasn't given me. I mean, they had their fiscal year already planned out, so I'm not sure what they have in plans as far as their build out in the next go around. Normally when we're not in COVID conditions, we could get the gentleman down here. He would kind of come down and give us an update, give us show us a map, where they're at, where they're going, and kind of get us brought up. But they're not going to come with this right now, so we're just kind of at a standstill. So,
wonder if we could get one of them on for a Zoom meeting, 5 minutes of their time.
I kind of doubt they will because they're pretty protective. It's almost
they're secret. They don't want to tell anybody.
So if there's any chance that somebody could record anything or anything like that right now, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Wishful
Judge, I'll let Josh finish if he's done.
No. I'm done, Alan. That was the only thing I had.
I was going to comment on the Cincinnati Bell situation. And I want to thank Magistrate Greg for directing me to contact a fella over in Menzie Bottoms area. The best way for anyone, as far as I know, to contact Cincinnati Bell and get a response has been their Facebook page. You go to Cincinnati Bell and then you just send them a message. They have folks that are actually monitoring that. And I've always got a response from them. And the fellow that I talked to today that Darren put me in contact with, who had a question about it, he managed to contact him on there and got an answer and was very happy with the answer he got. So I would direct anyone who has questions about whether or not or how soon they'll be getting Cincinnati Bell internet service to go to their Facebook page and message them.
Very good. Yes. I hadn't got that message, so that's good information. We'll see if Cincinnati Bell minds if we start sharing that information for people. So
I'd let them have it.
Yep.
Yeah, the more the merrier. If you don't have service, message them.
It's when they don't get the answer, they don't.
No call to action.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to actually try to find out for this person, and the lady that was answering the messages for Cincinnati Bell told me that they didn't want us to be in between. to have the people contact them.
Directly.
So
Excellent.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. We might just have to put something out of it anyway, so. Good, that's good information. Appreciate it, Alan.
Yeah.
Any other questions or anything for you, Alan?
I haven't got anything.
Okay. Council, you got anything? Okay.
No, Judge.
All right, motion to adjourn then.
Make a motion with adjourn.
Second.
That was Minear and Plummer.
No, Whaley.
Was it? No kidding?
Lanier first, Whaley second.
Hey, you too. Sounded like it.
Me and Josh be the eye guys. Aye.
All in favor? Yep. Good. deal.
Aye.
Capital
All
I.
right, all we got, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.